G35 Budget Build, Part 1. We're going to be replacing the serpentine belts because mine are cracked and it's starting to show its age. I'll pop the trunk open to show you guys what needs to be replaced. The belts that we are going to be replacing today are the alternator, fan, and power steering, which is on the left, and the AC belt, which is on the right. To get started, jack up the car safely using the provided jacks that is usually located in the trunk of the vehicle. It is suggested that you get a hydraulic jack to jack the car up much easier and go use a jack stand like I did in this video. When the jack stand is set in the desired height, lower the vehicle a little bit so that it sits on both the jack and the jack stand for your own safety. The sequence of doing this is to start on the left side of the vehicle and loosen the middle of the tensioner pulley and lower it by loosening it. After that, move on to the right side of the vehicle and repeat the same process. The only things you need for this install is a 12 and 14 mm ratchet. Loosen the tensioner pulley with a 14 mm ratchet and lower it by loosening the 12 mm bolt seen right below it. There are only 4 bolts that's needed to be touched on this install, so it should be fairly easy to do, and it's cheap so it won't put a hole in your pockets. This is a diagram that you can just screenshot to make it easier to remember. After loosening both the left and right side tensioners, you can now remove both the serpentine belts by sliding it off in the tensioner area as seen on the video because of the removed tension. When you're trying to install the new belts and it doesn't want to fit, you can just lower the tensioner pulley a bit more so that you have more slack to place it onto the tensioner. Here's the belts that I'm using today. To not bore you guys out, I'll just do a transition in 1, 2, 3. I've installed both belts, but unfortunately, the AC side pulley decided to snap, and now I'll have to get a replacement either from the junkyard or online, which is about $30. I'd rather go to the junkyard and have a mini vlog for you guys, and who knows, we might be able to score some other parts for the G or the Civic. Just a reminder, please remember to tighten everything. I get that we can be excited when installing our parts, but both the car's safety and as well as our safety is one of our priority. Here's the part that broke off. I want this series to be as transparent as possible so that the build is realistic and can be seen from a perspective of just a regular car guide that shows the struggles of installing things and not having any sponsorship and the money to afford so much parts at once. See you on the next episode.